students. I welcome you all for the next session. Or actually, uh, this lecture is in continuation with the last lecture that uh, was about duct design methods. And in that lecture, we had a discussion about various methods of duct design, and then we have started to solve this numerical. I think everybody is now familiar with this numerical. And in the given numerical, uh, you have to design a simple duct network. Means you have to find out its dimension and a pressure drop in the duct with the help of two methods. First is constant velocity method, and second one is equal friction method. Clear? So in the previous lecture, uh, we discuss about constant velocity, or we started the discussion, and uh, we already solved the part of this constant velocity method in the previous lecture. So this with the help of this constant velocity method, this uh, duct design method, you can solve by two ways. One is by analytical way, with the help of the formulas shown in the slide, and second one is graphical method with the use of friction chart. Okay, and we, as you all know, that always the graphical method is quite popular in the for field engineers, because it is quite simple and easy, with less tedious calculations, and for repetitive calculations also this is a good tool to use. So this friction chart, so I will continue with this friction chart uh, method. And in this particular section, first, to determine the diameter of OD, uh, we have plotted the discharge of 12,500 liters and 7 meter per second velocity, which is the constant velocity. And this discharge, you can observe that at the section OD. Okay, at the OD, the discharge total air that this duct needs to handle is 150 plus 400 plus 200, so that comes to be 750 meter cubes per second. And if you convert that meter cube per minute into liters per second, that comes to be 12,500 liters per second. Okay, and if you plot it on this friction chart, so on x-axis air quantity in liters per second, so 12,500 comes here approximately, and velocity is constant, which is 7, so 7 meter per second line and 12,500 line. Okay, they intersect here, so this is your point. So diameter corresponding to this is nearly 1525 or 1550. I took it as approximately 1550 mm, which comes to be 1.5 meters. And pressure drop is is 0.28. Okay, it is nearer to 0.3 pascal per meter. Okay, so now next is, I hope you try to solve this rest of the dimensions. So next is DE. Where is D? This is D to E. So D, how much air that D to E ducts uh, is going to handle is total 750 minus 150, or you can say that 400 plus 200, so 600 meter cube per minute. So 600 meter cube per minute into liters per second, so 600 into 1000 divided by 60, that comes to be 10,000. So it is 10,000 liters, and velocity 7.5. So again I will plot it on 10,000. So 10,000 and 7 meter per second. Okay, so that's 7 meter per second. is here. So diameter is comes to be 1350 approximately 1350, and pressure drop is zero point 0.3, exactly on 0.3. Pressure drop per unit length is 0.3 Pascal per meter. Okay. Likewise for E to A, where is E to A? So this is E to A section. So how much air it needs to handle? 200 meter cube per minute. So 200, convert that 200 into 1000 divided by 60. That comes to be 3,333 approximately, and velocity is 7, so triple three 3,000, so 2,000, 3,000, 4, 5, so 3,300 will come somewhere here, and 7 is here. So approximately this point is here. Okay, so diameter corresponding to this is 800 and 800 mm, and pressure is approximately 0.59. Okay, so velocity 800, sorry, diameter 800 mm, and pressure drop is approximately 0.59 Pascal per meter. Similarly for D to B, where is dB? This is dB, and discharge is 150. So 150 into 1000 divided by 60, that comes to be 2,500 liters. 2,500 liters and 7 meter per second. So let me 2,500 to 2,003, 4, 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. So 2,500 is somewhere here, and 7 meter per second velocity. So that comes to be 0.69. You may take it as a 0.69 Pascal per meter pressure drop, and diameter is, so it comes to be, suppose 700 and 0.69, 700 mm and 0.69 Pascal per meter. Okay, and last C to E. C to E needs to handle 400 meter cube per minute air, and which is equal to 400 into 6, sorry, into 1000 divided by 60. So 6,600, 6,666. Am I audible to you all? All of you with me? Please leave a message in chat box if you're visible, the friction chart as well as the PowerPoint presentation, and my voice is, if my voice is clear, please leave a message. And if you have any query, then also you can text me anytime. So discharge is 6,666, 6,666. Go to, it's 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So 6,600 is somewhere here, and velocity is 7. So that point comes here, and which is again approximately equal to 0.39 Pascal per meter pressure drop, and sorry, yeah, 0.39, and diameter is in between 1000 and 1250. I will take it as a 1080, 1080 and 0.39. 1080 mm and 0.39 Pascal per meter. Okay, I hope all of you understood how I have calculated the diameter of each and every duct as well as the branch, and pressure drop per unit length across each and every duct. Okay, so this is the first part. So what they ask in the question is we have to determine the dimension of the duct and pressure drop. Okay, this pressure drop is per unit length. Okay, what we have to do is we have to convert this per unit length into actual pressure drop across each and every section. So for that, next is pressure drop across OD. O to D is this. So pressure drop per unit length was 0.28. So 0.28 multiply by, so length is O to D, length is 10 meter, multiply by 10, which is equal to 2.8 meter. Sorry, my mistake. Its unit is Pascal, because pressure drop per unit length is Pascal. So 2.8 Pascal for OD. Similarly, we can calculate for DE. Where is DE? Okay, length is 50 and pressure drop per unit length is 0.3. So 0.3 into D to E 50, that comes to be 50 into 0.3 is 15 Pascal. Next is E to A. E to A is 0.59 and into length. E to A length is 60 meter. So 60 into 0.59, 35.4 Pascal. Next is D to B. Where is D to B? D to B pressure loss per unit length is D to B is 0.69 into D to B length is 20. So 0.69 into 20, 13.8. Sorry, to be 13.8 Pascal. And last, C to E, this branch for C to E is 0.39. Again, 0.39 multiplied by length is 20. 0.39 into length is 20, which comes to be 7.8. Okay, so total pressure drop, you can add off all the pressures, 15 plus 13.4 plus 13.8 plus 7.8. So total is pressure drop is 72 Pascal. Okay, so this is what they ask us to calculate the total pressure drop in the duct. Okay, uh, I hope students you understood this the first constant velocity method. In addition to that, one more thing. In addition, you can also the next step after the actual design duct design engineer will do is after calculating the fan total pressure with the help of this formula fan power required. You can also calculate the fan power. Okay, you can select the fan from this because q you already know how much actual air you have your fan needs to handle, which is in our case 150 plus 400 plus 200, which is 750 meter cube per minute. FTP fan total pressure is 72 pascal suppose, and fan efficiency you can take any standard value like 70% or 80%, and after substituting this value you can also calculate the fan HP or kilowatt of the fan required for your duct or for your air handling unit. I hope you understood the first part. Okay, so let me move to the next part, which is equal friction method. If you uh, allowed me, so I will just move to next section. If you are all of you with me, then please leave a message so that I will continue to next method. Okay, thanks Amrut. So next is with equal friction method, the same numerical with equal friction method. So for that you have to take pressure drop per unit length as 1 pascal per meter. So pressure drop per unit length is now fixed, which is 1 pascal per meter. Clear? So from the friction chart again, uh, various with for that you need require two parameter. Discharge is already with us for each and every duct, and second thing is pressure drop is now fixed. So for that let me copy the various discharges first. 1000 3 1000 3 0, and last is C to E. It's in 666. Okay, now with the help of friction chart, we just go to friction chart again. So for first duct O to D with the discharge of 12,500 and pressure drop of 1 pascal per meter. So just go to this section. Now first is 12,500, again 10,000 and 20,000. So 12,500 is somewhere here, and your friction loss is now fixed, which is 1 pascal per meter. So this is 1. So this line is now fixed. So 12,500 and 1 pascal. This is your first point. Now the diameter corresponding to this. So I will take it as a 11,050. So 1100. You can take it as a 1100. So and 1100 is the diameter. It is in between 1000 and 1250. So approximately 1100 mm of the diameter. So let me substitute the value here. Diameter OD is 11,000 mm. Next is 10,000 and 1 pascal per meter. So 10,000, just go to 10,000 So 10,000 is here, and it is 1 meter line. So that this comes to be here, and which is again approximately 1050, 1050. Then mm. Next is EA, triple 3333. So for triple three, 3000, 4000 to triple three, that point is somewhere here, and the diameter comes to be 700, approximately 600. So 700, I will take it as a 700. E to A, it's 700 mm. Next is 2550, 2300. So 2550 is here, and which comes to be 600, approximately 600 mm. D to B, and last one is C to E. So C to E is for 666, 5000, 6600, approximately here. You can mark it, and here. So its value is 900, approximately. So 900 mm. So now students, with equal friction method, for the given discharge and the constant pressure drop, we have calculated all the diameters of the main branches and sub branches. Next is pressure drop at OD. So for that, I think pressure drop, we all know that it is 1 Pascal per meter. So 1 is fixed. Now per unit length, so O to D, OD is 10. So that comes to be, it is now easy. Pascal, sorry, 10, enter, sorry, is equal to 10 Pascal. Similarly, for D to E, where is D to E? DE length is 50. So 1 into 50, that comes to be 50 Pascal. E to A, E to A is 60. 1 into 60 is 60 Pascal. Next is DB. Where is DB? Okay, this is DB. Length is 20 meter. So 1 into 20 is equal to 20 Pascal. And finally, C to E. Where is the branch C to E? For C to E, C to E is 20. So 1 into 20, which is again 20 Pascal. Okay. So this is the pressure drop at each and every branch. Now, it is interesting, students, the main what is mean by index run. Okay, if you observe that the index run, then index run in the given numerical, if anybody, what is index run here in this duct network? So index run means the duct with highest pressure loss. Okay, so I think if you observe with the equal friction method to this duct network, you can easily identify the index run is the straight line. Okay, O to D, D to E, E to A. This duct is having highest pressure loss. Why? Because we are having pressure loss per unit length is 1, and the length of this duct is 10 plus 50 plus 60, means 10 plus 50 60, and 60 120. So 120 meter length duct into 1, so 120 pascal is the total pressure uh, loss or pressure drop across this. So this is the index run. Okay, so it is interesting to know that we'll see in the next slide what is the significance of that, but I have to just highlight here what is meant by index run. I hope you understood now what is mean by index run. Okay, so index run with highest pressure loss, and which is in the given case is ODEA. So this is the index duct or run, sorry. Now the interesting fact is that use of damper. I told you that I will just brief you about index run, sorry, damper. So this damper is nothing but a butterfly type of wall, you can say. So what it will do, it will restrict the flow of air, and it will allow only uh, the required amount of air to flow through your duct. Okay, which is like a uh, throttle wall in case of your carburetor. Clear? So this damper, the role of damper in the HVAC is to control the flow of air as per your requirement. Why to control? So for example, I'll take again the value of pressure drop at the duct OA. So just go to OA duct. I told you that OA is the index run. ODEA means you can also call it as OA. So this O to A duct is having total O to D 10 plus 50 plus 60, means 120 pascal. 120 pascal is the pressure. Okay, pressure drop. So in this main duct, pressure drop or resistance is of 120 pascal, right? And pressure drop at duct C, we'll take example of DB. Now take up this branch D to B. The pressure is at D to B is 20, only 20 pascal. Now students, tell me, if you are selecting the fan, I told you that fan selection is based on the pressure drop in the highest duct, which is 120. So while designing this duct, you will choose fan which will overcome this 120 pascal, right? When that air flows through this section, what will happen? The length of this DB duct is less, plus its resistance is also less, means pressure drop is only 20. What will happen? Short circuit takes place, means most of the air try to escape through this duct D to B. It will not flow to the neck, because uh, on D to E, E to A, the resistance is 50 plus 60, 110. The air will as the current, air will also take a least path, so it will try to escape through D to B. So most of the air will now short circuited through this D to B, and the occupant in the room C and A will not get any air. So what will happen? So the first thing you can do is very simple. What you will do, you just restrict the flow of air. What we'll do in our day-to-day life, same funda you can apply here. You just put one restriction here, and what that restriction will do, that restriction will acts as a, it will increase this pressure 20 to 40, 60, 80, whatever. It depends on amount of closing of the damper, and accordingly bypassing of air is avoided. Okay, that is the use of damper. Okay, I hope now you understood well what is the damper and why it is used. Okay, so damper will allow you to it's a kind of a balancing act, you can say. Okay, next is, but while design, is there any uh, is there any possibility of just removing damper? While designing duct, you design a duct such that there should not be any need of the damper at all. Clear? So that is also you can do. What is happening, because of the least pressure resistance at this D to B, most of the air is bypassing through this duct, and it is avoiding this high resistance path. So for that, you can do is, we'll again compare the pressure drop. We'll balance the pressure drop across D to B and D to A. So pressure drop at O to A is balance with the pressure drop at D to B. Okay, so pressure drop at duct O to A is, we already know, 120. So what will happen, this 120 Pascal is the pressure drop, and which is equal to, because we are equaling this with the this, so 120 Pascal is equal to pressure drop across the dB, clear? And that pressure drop across the dB is delta P by L. So now we know that discharge required at this B is 150. Okay, to convert that 150 into liter per second, that 2500 liter per second, and take delta P by L as a, take delta P by L means pressure loss per unit length as, sorry, mistake, per unit length, so divided by length of this D to B, which is 20, and that comes to be 6 Pascal. Okay, now discharge at Q to B is with you, and the resistance that you need to put here, so that you doesn't need any damper external thing to restrict the flow of air, so that is 0.6, clear? So just plot it on this. So after plotting this, 2500, so 2500 and 6, 256, 6 is here and 2500 is here, so which comes to somewhere here, and the new diameter, which is 450, so 420. Okay, students, you can observe that this diameter, new diameter, comes to be 420. Now it's interesting. So with the given setup, with 420 of diameter, new diameter of the dB is now 420 and previously, while calculating the equal with the equal friction method, that's D to B, the diameter comes to be dB 600. Old diameter was 600 old diameter was 600, but if you have to remove the damper, you can reduce the diameter, from 600 to 420 of this duct or this branch D2B, so that you doesn't require any damper. So this is called as a damper field networking. That is also you can do while designing the duct. Okay, so with this I conclude today's session, but before that, if you have any query, you can ask me. I hope I clear you about damper free duct, how to design a damper free duct, and before that, use of constant velocity method and equal friction method. Okay, if you have any doubt, please do ask. Last 2 minutes remaining, and if I'm made my point clear, please leave a message in chat box, so that I conclude my lecture.